Welcome to another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. I'm coming to you at 23:23 on Let's Talk Tickers on Taco Tuesdays. Coming in at the wire. And I'm sorry, and I hope you forgive me, but that's the point, is I'm trying to build on this week's theme of forgiveness. Because we have a schismism in the world, and particularly in this nation right now, where we've given up on the First Amendment when it comes to some large ways of interacting that are not necessary. In fact, it's caused me to go to the extreme of committing to getting away from this little device here that they call an e-phone into more of a flip or a slide category. I'll still have the ability to text, but I'll have the keyboard, and you know what? I won't have a computer on me all the time. Cookies constantly. Because you can get apps like DuckDuckGo and use search engines that are encrypted, but there's going to be more and more of this kind of squeezing out of the benefits that we've come to be so accustomed to through these giant conglomerations and how they dictate what we're allowed to say. And I don't really want to say the things that will get you banned, but to think that these are words, it's bizarre, it's gross, it's a manipulation of a tactic that isn't going to really benefit the party who's in power. Because if you silence opposition, you don't get to shut their ideas down with your ideas. All you do is weaponize what was probably a dumb idea in the first place into something that is now unforgivable. They're factions and they go to war, and that's just a nice big trick. Other people throughout the world I see ask us, is racism and systemic racism really the biggest problem in America? We had a black president for 8 years. Tell me where what country where racism is less of a problem than the United States. Like, everywhere else is very racist. And they aren't forgiving about it. I mean, that yell and scream, but they don't really see other races in the same light as equals, which we do here. We have a big meritocracy when it comes to avoiding this caste system. Hold on, I think I might be burning something. It's a little hot. Okay, no, it's okay. I'm about to make some pizza bites. I'm staying up late and eating like a bad little kid. But we have our fire extinguisher. Everyone who has a home where there could be a fire, I want you to forgive yourself right now for not knowing how the fire extinguisher works. Because yeah, you may know to squeeze it, but what you need to know first is, in a situation we have a fire, you RACE. You use the mnemonic RACE, which stands for rescue, alarm, confine, and then you either evacuate or extinguish. You do the first things first. You rescue live animals, you start the alarm process, you confine the fire if you can, confine it, squeeze it, and choke out its oxygen source, and then you extinguish it. Which brings us to the fire extinguisher. You pull it down off the wall, pull the pin, it's kind of two P's, use pass, pull it off the wall or out of the box, pull the pin, aim, squeeze, and spray, and you aim at the base of the fire. And these are all things that I've never had to do, but they've drilled it so in depth that it's not something that I will have to ask forgiveness about. I'll know what to do. And I think that's where we need to be more as a society. We need to be more prepared for emergencies, for poor health, because that is the most important thing. Your family, your health, and your well-being, not what color did you vote for? Because I don't know anybody who's blue. I don't know anybody who's red. I don't really know anybody who's black, and I don't know anybody who's white. I know a bunch of human people, and I know some people who come from different backgrounds, which originally they say we all came from black people. Might give food for thought for some of those that think they're better than everyone else. In fact, you've just gotten better at utilizing vitamin D from your melanin. Because of the amount of sun darker people have, they produce more melanin, which melanin blocks vitamin D production, but also prevents skin cancer. White people will get skin cancer, but they won't develop enough vitamin D resistance or melanin to prevent that vitamin D from overdoing. Anyways, I digress. Please forgive me. On this Let's Talk Tickers on Taco Tuesdays, remember to race, rescue, alarm, confine, and extinguish, or escape, or evacuate. And if you can't extinguish with one of these, y'all, pull it off the wall, use the mnemonic pass, pull that pin, aim, squeeze, and spray. Thank you. Let us pray. Love you guys.